Hi, this is Hannah and welcome to my channel. If you like what you see here today, I hope you will hit both the subscribe button and the notification bell. Okay, let's get started. On my challenge blog, A Place to Start, our challenge is always anything goes, but then we do an optional twist for people who like to create themed cards. And so our optional twist this month is recycle. And I use a face care product, and it comes in these little boxes that I think are so cute. It says something special for you, and it has this adorable little kitty on the back. And I thought what I would do is I would start to upcycle these because I get one every 3 months or so. But I didn't want to touch this. This is so pretty that I don't want to do anything really to it. I want the name on the top. And so I wanted to put something on top of here that would upcycle it. And I was trying to choose between these two papers, which one I wanted to use on the top. And I just have this on here to cover the name, although I'm going to do a review and the name will come out. But for right now, I don't want to do that. But anyway, so this is just a piece of vellum that I have there, but I was trying to decide which paper I wanted to use on the top. And I decided that I wanted to go with the green. Now, about 12 years ago, it may have been longer than that, one of the first YouTube videos I ever did was, because back then I used to do them consistently. Now I'm not very consistent because my schedule is so crazy, but hopefully I keep thinking that my schedule is going to change and I'll be able to actually spend more time on YouTube. I guess I don't do a lot because there are a lot of really super talented people out there with YouTube channels, and I just have occasional projects that I do that I think are fun and I want to share. But I'm by no means at the level of people who are out there doing these things every day and producing these great projects. But anyway, 12 years ago, I did these handmade flowers and I still love them because they look like little carnations. And so since this challenge was to recycle, I participate in the Vine program at Amazon. So I review a lot of products. So I get a lot of packages at my home, which means I have a lot of brown paper. Back in the day when I first started doing these little flowers, and they don't have to be brown. Like this is a white paper, and this is thicker. So this is not quite as heavy as a butcher paper, but it is like the drawing paper that you get for kids, the newsprint paper that you get for kids to write on. So I'm going to actually do a flower using the white paper, but because most of it is brown, I use the brown. But you can make this any color you want. You can paint this. You can take this paper and you can put gesso on it and then go crazy with your colors. In this video, I'm going to show how I did these. It's going to be, I think, sped up, and then I might just do another one at normal speed to create another flower. But this has all these like beautiful layers. I used paste and Distress Oxide inks. On some of mine that I did in the past, I put glue around the edges, and it was hit or miss because I wanted it to be hit or miss. And then I just dipped it like in gold glitter, and the edges are so pretty. I let it dry. It's a neat technique. So I like these. You can use a flower die. What I use is a punch, but you can use your flower dies to cut out your papers. So you can color your papers, make them whatever color you want, and then cut out the shape that you want. This was I used a big die, and I only did one. I may cut a couple more. This paper is thinner, is what I was about to say earlier. It's a lot thinner than the paper used to be back in the day. I was almost thinking that I was going to have to glue 2 sheets of this together. But so this is my gigantic punch. I think, yeah, this is the 3-inch. Normally, I color my paper before I cut. Before I do that, let me go ahead and cut my top for my box because my project is already 2 days late. I was trying to decide which part of this I want to put behind my flower. Whether I was going to do have the big flourish and take a part of that. But I think I like the leaves better. So I was trying to figure out the best way to cut it so that when I put my flower down, these leaves, and that looks like the best spot. And I was going to put some vintage photo around the edges, but I think I'm going to leave the edges clean like that. I don't, because I don't have another sheet like this. So if I mess it up, it'll be messed up permanently. Let's see. The video that follows is a time lapse. Well, actually, I just sped it up version of how I created my handmade flower. I think I'm going to do one using the white paper so that you can see how the colors play with your papers. But this flower is really beautiful. I wish I were a better photographer. And then you could see all the colors, how they came through, the stenciling, the paste, it all, even the white splatter from the white and yellow splatter from my Posca markers. You can see it. each one of the layers has a different strong color or strong part that sticks out. But anyway, so I think I will do that step by step using white paper and see what we get. And I think this time I'm going to use one of my flower dies just to show that you can accomplish this with a flower die as well as with a punch. What I love about these handmade flowers is that you can manipulate them just by squeezing up from the bottom. Can manipulate the different layers, and you can twist it once you get it on. You can twist it around if your brad is too tight. But now I have a nice gift container, and what I'm going to put in here are a couple of bottles of essential oil. I'm going to give those to my daughter. And I love this. It has the little kitties all the way around the box. It is so cute. It is so cute. So that's my recycle project. I hope you can create your own flowers. If you want a realistic looking carnation, this is the way to go. And I hope you had fun watching the video. So true to try using whatever supplies you have on hand. I will list what I use down below, but please use whatever you have.